Hello, everybody. I'm feeling silly. Simon, my dog, is probably gonna roll around on the floor and make a bunch of noise. And we are going to swatch some Turners Acryl Gouache. I did a art haul recently and picked these up from my local art store and was not in love with the colors, to be honest with you. Texture, 100%. The texture is amazing. The colors, I really need to take my glasses to the art store so I can read better what the colors are. Anyway, this is the set. We're gonna do a color chart so we can see what the colors look like when they're mixed with each other, because I did do one painting with these and I was able to mix some really nice colors, but I would like to know better, quicker, how to get to the results that I want to get to. So let me first show you this set. This is a Turner Acryl Gouache set, and there's three sets in this little, I don't know, collection. And this one is the World set. So there's a Earth set, a World set, and a Dream set. And it comes with this little brochure, and we can see that I would probably have been better off with either the Earth set, this is the Dream set, or the World set. Either one of the one that I picked probably would have been better, but c'est la vie. The colors that it comes with is, here we go. I was thinking they just looked really like fun colors, but thinking about how I paint a lot of landscapes. And these are not landscape colors. So we have cadmium red medium, permanent yellow orange, ivory yellow, permanent green light, permanent green medium, cerulean blue, cobalt blue hue, lilac, rose pink, red ochre, Mars black, and titanium white. So let's get swatching. And what we're going to do, let me show you. These are some of the color swatch charts that I like to do when I get a new set of paints. So this is Liquitex Heavy Body Acrylics. Well, this is different. This is Holbein watercolor using just 3 colors. This is the Holbein Artist Gouache Summer set. It's very interesting that it started to flake off. Anyway, you get the deal. I have 4 sheets for my set of 48 Paul Rubens watercolors. It would be very fun framed one day. Anyway, just mixing the colors like this. So the diagonal row is always the color without anything mixed into it. And then, for example, this is scarlet, and this is scarlet with a bit of orange yellow, and then this is scarlet with more orange yellow. So then you get to see the variety of different colors that you can mix from your colors, which is always helpful. And that's what we're gonna do today. Yeah, so let's get started. I got some water, got my paints, got this little paintbrush. This is a Neo Sable paintbrush from Pentel. I could write my name on it, I just noticed that. Cute little brush that I picked up in Japan. My dirty t-shirt paint rag. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna start, and we're gonna see how this goes. It's been a while since I've done swatching, and I kind of forget how I usually start it, but I think that's what I do. So I think I'll need to come back to that. But okay, so first we start just cadmium red. Now the texture of these paints is really nice. Actually, get a little bit of water. Really nice, really nice texture. Now we need a little bit of permanent yellow ochre, which I will put there. I put way too much red out on my palette, I can tell you already. And I feel like, so normally I would, you know, this paper that I have here is like, let's use it to wipe the paint off, but I'm just gonna use this scrap of watercolor paper that I have there, and we'll go with that. Now, next, I just put out some yellow orange. I think I put too much water on my brush. So I'm gonna do the pure yellow orange color here. And then I'm gonna mix this so that it's more orange. I'm gonna put that up here because that's permanent, sorry, that's cadmium red with a little bit. No, that's more. I'm so confused. How do I do this? This is permanent. Well, I feel like this should be more orange, and then I'm gonna mix in more red to my orange. And then this is gonna be more red than orange. That feels right. Because the bottom half is always darker, I feel, or more, yeah, saturated. Anyway. I feel like I should have rewatched a Sarah Burns color chart video or something before I got into this. So, same deal. This is now yellow ivory. And let's use that. So yellow ivory is, so yellow ivory, pure yellow ivory here with a little bit of red mixed in. Oh, that makes such a nice pink. Look at how nice that pink is. And I'm still working across the cadmium red medium row. So I will not be mixing ivory yellow and permanent yellow ochre yet. And then more red, please. That's a really nice pink. See? Now I know if I want to get a really nice pink, I mix the cadmium red medium and the ivory yellow. You see how nice those pinks are? You can't see me, but I'm just random brushing my brush off. Yeah, see, I think I put out way too much green, but I mean red. Anyway, do you know what I'm gonna do next? That's right, this is permanent green deep. And I'm gonna take some of that red because it's still pretty pure. Oh yeah, see, immediately, that is a much nicer green. This is like, we all watch Sandy Hester, right? We all watch Sandy Hester's videos. This is learning your piano keys. She always says, know your material. Knowing your materials is like knowing the keys on a piano. And this is what we're doing here. We are doing our scales. And if you don't know who Sandy Hester is, go to her YouTube channel and binge 87% of her videos. That's lovely. That's a lovely green mix. That's showing really dark, but it's good. It's good greens. That is like, that right there, this right here, this is Sophie McPike on a page. Next is Permanent Green Middle. That's an interesting name for a paint. Middle, I've never heard of middle. Permanent Green Middle. Medium, yes, middle. I'm gonna have to, that's pretty dark already. I'm gonna have to pick up more of these brushes when I'm in Japan. They're super cheap, but they work really nicely with acrylic and acryl gouache. Acryl gouache. There's no A on Turners Acryl Gouache. And so if you don't know, I'm not an expert on acrylic gouache. Acrylic gouache is it's like gouache. So gouache is a water-based pigment, very similar to watercolor, but it's opaque. And this is acrylic paint, but it is gouache-like in that it dries matte, whereas normal acrylic, like a heavy body acrylic paint, has like a shiny finish to it. So this has like the look and feel of regular gouache, but you can, when it dries permanent, and then you can do all kinds of layering and stuff. Even though, to be honest, I've never really had a problem layering my gouache, but that's me. Oh, and it dries. And when it dries, it dries. For example, this red that I've already put out here is already starting to dry. Whoops. Lesson learned for the new colors. It's a nice dusty purple. Is gonna show up there. Cobalt blue. That's a nice color. I think I did that backwards. That should be more red. So let's just layer it, and then I'm gonna mix that. Yes. Oh, you can see the color nicer when I add more water to it. like the actual color, because here it's still showing a little bit dark. Maybe if I crank my light even more, I can see better. Next is lilac. Makes it interesting. Interesting dusty scarlet color. Rose pink. This says it's fluorescent, so let's see if it actually lives up to its name. It's very bright. I'm excited to see this mixed with the greens. Feels like it. Mostly scarlet. What I should be doing is also scraping the paint off here, or whatever I can do. I didn't need to do that anyway. Sorry for the noise. Next we have red ochre. Oh, that got really messy. It's gonna dry now and then, whoa. Red ochre and scarlet. Next is, I'm gonna do white first. Titanium white. Make sure my brush is clean. And black. Mars black. All right, and that is cadmium red medium done. See the top row and then the bottom row. So this has less cadmium red medium in it, and this has more cadmium red medium in it. Finally, my brain has figured that out. Now let's move on to permanent yellow ochre, which I'm not going to waste as much paint. And that's what the palette's looking like. Just do a little bit at a time. goodness. We're done. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That took entirely too long. Okay, there we go. I can't even talk anymore after that. An hour and 23 minutes later. I always forget how long these take. These take time. It's very meditative. It is definitely a puzzle for your brain. But here are the colors, nice and up close. How they all play together. So there's definitely some good mixes in here. Like if I'm thinking about my landscapes and stuff like that, like the permanent green light mixed with like the rose pink and the red ochre is really nice, and with the permanent yellow ivory. All of the mixes actually with the ivory yellow, these mixes are really nice in comparison to mixes with just the straight titanium white. I think they're a lot more interesting. That may not be a surprise to some of you, but it's good for me to know that. And having this out the first couple of times that I paint with this set, I think is going to be really helpful, because then I'm not just seeing these like insanely bright, unrealistic colors that I don't typically tend to use. And then seeing like what more muted colors I can make with them. Like they're just a lot more interesting colors. Anyway, I hope I taught you how I do my color charts, even though I forgot how I did them, but I ended up doing it properly. So yeah, so what was over an hour for me is probably like 5 or 10 minutes for you. We'll see how fast I speed things up, but I hope you enjoyed that. I am going to do some painting with this set, and maybe I'll show you the one thing that I have done with it here in my origami sketchbook. Here, so I did this landscape. And I put some color pencil and Neocolor 2s over top of it, but that's why it's like a little bit shiny. So where you see the shine is where I've added pencil and Neocolor. But yeah, so you'll see that I was able to mix some nice greens, even though there's still a little bit green for me. I really struggled doing it though, and it took a lot of extra time because I didn't know my colors yet. But yeah, I think it turned out okay. But I'm happy to know what colors I have here now, a better understanding. And every time for the next little while when I paint with these paints, I'm gonna pull out this color chart so that I can see. But yeah, I hope you found that fun and enjoyable. My paint is now, or my water is now a very nice grayish lilac-y color. And yeah, it's been a long time since I've done like a swatching or paint with me video. So I hope you enjoyed that. I still owe, or I have to finish organizing my color swatches, and I need to make new swatches for these. If you don't know, I'll link below. I've started a series of organizing all of my paint swatches, and I made little cards for them. So yeah, I guess I need to add these to the mix and then add them in where they go in the colors, but that will probably come when I'm done, because there's other paints that I've gotten since starting that project. Anyway, color swatching is fun. Getting to know your colors is a really good and valuable exercise, so even though this took a while, I'm always happy when I do these. And I will show you some of the pages that I did in this. This is a Muji sketchbook, just like one of the, you know, $4 ones that you pick up at Muji, that I've been drawing just random things around me, using an old store card to scrape paint on, and it's just a really fun way to do it. So I think this is the start of the paints from today. It's really like absolutely random. I need to add more colors to those red ochre ones. That's pretty boring. Those colors are fun. Yeah, and then I'll just like draw on top of these, do like some 1 minute doodle sketches. And these drawings are inspired by, what's his name? You know, the guy who draws things. I'm tired. Anyway, I filled a lot more pages than I thought I did. Yeah. That's the page. Oh my gosh. I really can't think of his name. I'm sure I'll put it up on the screen for you. David Hockney. That took too long. Yeah, so this is a fun little sketchbook. That you'll see some other time, or follow me on, sign up to my Substack newsletter, and I share the art that I make every day. I put it out on Sunday, so you get a weekly recap of everything that I do in the week if you would like. Substack is linked below, website is linked below, shop is linked below, Art Hang Party is linked below. Art Hang Party is a weekly live hour-ish long art making session full of fast-paced drawing and a lot of fun that I do here on YouTube every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every other first Saturday of the month. It used to be every first Saturday of the month, but now every other. We are doing a collab with Debbie Draws Funny, and we're calling it Free Draw Friendzy, and it's really cute. And Deb and I get together with all of you on Google Meet, which is like Zoom, for a live face-to-face virtual drawing session. And those ones are going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, the first Saturday of every other month starting September 7th, I think. I'll put all the information below, but I hope to see you there. I hope to see you at Art Hang Party. Like this video, comment below. Do you do color charts? Is there an easier way to do color charts than what I'm doing here? Let me know. Yeah, anyway, Knit's here, so I'm gonna go, and I'll see you later. Thanks, bye.